Inflation is cooling and the Fed is getting ready to cut rates next week. Will this trigger a rally in Bitcoin and altcoins? And the UK has released a very pro-crypto bill. I'll give you the details. And Swift, the legacy payment giant, has capitulated to crypto. I have to share the details with you. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Well, folks, the big news of the day is that inflation has cooled to 2.5% year over year. It is at its lowest since February 2021. So what does this mean, folks? It means the Fed will now have confidence to cut, and the first cut is coming next week, September 18th. It is expected to be 25 basis points, not 50 or higher, but that could happen. But I think the Fed is going to go small to not trigger any type of panics, because if they go larger, people are going to want to know, wait a minute, what's happening here? Something breaking behind the scenes? But we're on track, guys, as we've been talking about for over a year now. The transition from quantitative tightening back to quantitative easing, which is the easy money cycle. So they pause rate hikes and now they're going to start to cut. So capital is going to become cheaper. This is really great for markets. And as a result, this is going to trigger the DXY to start to weaken. And we're waiting for the DXY to break 100, because then it's going to be completely risk on, which means a lot of capital is going to start to go into assets like the stock market, like Bitcoin, like altcoins. So this aligns with the seasonality of what we've been talking about with markets, that summertime is boring as hell. There's not much happening. Sell-in may go away. September is bloody for markets, but Q4 starting in October is really great. The seasonality data doesn't lie. Now, there are no certainties here. We're talking probabilities, and I believe the bullish case has the higher probability of playing out, and we're using data to validate this. We're not using our emotions. So guys, I am excited for next week as the rate cut comes in, and for October to come around, as some would call it Uptober. So get ready, guys. I believe Bitcoin and crypto are going to start to rally, and I covered a lot of this in my newsletter today. So if you are not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. It's 100% free, doesn't cost you anything. It includes a lot of insights, data, and knowledge. So let's wait and see what Bitcoin decides to do as we move further into September and we head closer to October, folks. Exciting times ahead. I know right now it doesn't seem that way, but I've been here for multiple cycles, and patience is a big part of investing, going through these tough times. And if you have the capital, being able to execute that capital and buying the lows and the dips. I started buying a bit in August, after that Japanese yen trade crash, and we picked up some altcoins, Bitcoin, and so forth. Not a lot, because I loaded up my portfolio back in December 2023 and early January 2023. So I'm pretty much set for this bull market cycle, but I picked up a little bit here and there. And my goal, guys, what I'm looking to do is distribution. I'm looking to take profits. And I'm waiting for that fifth wave blow off top. And obviously no one can call the exact top. You have to dollar cost average out as you dollar cost average in, because we just don't know where the markets may top off. But I have my plan written down. I know what price points I'm taking profits on for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and so forth. I hope you do as well. And I think Q4 into next year is going to be really good. So be prepared, have your plan. Now, guys, last night was, of course, the big debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. And of course, many folks were speculating, will crypto be brought up as a topic? And unfortunately, it was not brought up. Now, of course, it's not the biggest issue. It's not the number one issue for the majority of the population here in the United States. But for crypto holders, it is, right? For the majority of crypto holders. But hopefully in the next couple of debates or so, it does come up. And Trump, we know, has been campaigning very hard on this. And crypto is a big political force, guys. It's the largest spender in this election cycle. So that tells you where we're at. But look, crypto's here to stay. We need clarity. We need regulations, and we'll eventually get there. That's another thing we got to be patient with. This year, we made a lot of progress with the Fit 21 bill making it out of the House. We got a bill in the Senate, but the election cycle and campaigning is throwing all of that off. And then there's the lame duck session that's coming up. So at this point, we got to wait for 2025, I think. Now, the UK has introduced a bill to officially and legally recognize cryptocurrency as personal property. This is pretty big. We are seeing globally crypto legislation and different regulations are being put into place and legislation for clarity. What is crypto? How to use it and so forth. Like I said just earlier, it's here to stay. So these things need to be put into place. And here's the headline from the UK's website or gov.uk. New bill introduced in Parliament to clarify crypto's legal status. This is very bullish, and we're going to see more and more of this in different countries. Now, folks, quick word from our sponsor, and that is Uphold, one of the top crypto platforms out there where you can buy, sell, trade crypto. I've been using them since 2018, so I can vouch for this platform. They're very reliable. They have 260 plus cryptocurrencies, and you can also trade precious metals on this platform like gold, silver, palladium, and platinum. And they have launched a really great product called USD interest accounts, where you can park your dry powder or your crypto profits and earn up to 5% APY, which is really great. Better than keeping it under your mattress or in basic checking and savings accounts, but you can easily do it on Uphold. And you just need a balance of $1,000 to get the 5%. Below 1,000, you get 2%. And the best thing, folks, this is FDIC insured, just like a bank. There are no minimum terms or lockup periods. There are no fees. There's no subscriptions. You can go in and out of this account at any point. So that's what makes it really appealing, because you're not locked up and it's insured. And so you can, trust that it's safe. So this is really great. I will be leveraging this product. I'm moving some dry powder. And when I take profits, I'll be keeping some of my funds on here. So this is a great product, and I think a smart move by Uphold to make it easy for investors to continue to earn even after they exit their crypto assets. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, check out the link in the description. Now, folks, this news has me very bullish. It is a major capitulation. Swift, the old banking messaging system where all the banks of the world use to move money, right? And crypto offers real-time settlement, but Swift was the solution that was put into place decades ago. And look, it made sense, right? It worked decades ago, but there's a new technology here. And Swift has fought crypto and blockchain. You had the folks from Swift come out and say, oh, yeah, we don't need it, blah, 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 whatever. They are capitulating. Today, they put out an article saying, we're paving the way towards real-world solutions that will enable our members to transact interchangeably with regulated digital assets and currencies on the Swift network. Capitulation. This is beautiful. The title of their article here is, how can digital assets and currencies scale on a global level? So Swift, it now has the agenda to make these things all interoperable and to help their banks, the banks that are part of it, to get this going. This is, beautiful to see. We've been right, guys. We're on the right side of history, and that's because disruptive tech always wins. Yes, people spread FUD about it. Yes, they go against it. Yes, they may try to kill it, right? We've been seeing that. But it always wins, no matter what delays, hurdles, and no matter what Gary Genser's doing and Elizabeth Warren, it will always win. It will outlast those naysayers and those detractors. So interest in digital assets and currencies continues to grow, and the last 2 years bringing greater clarity on the potential value of these developments to the industry. This is in the article, by the way. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll just give you just a bit of the opening here. Forecasts for the growth of digital assets are wide-ranging. For instance, Standard Chartered and Synpulse recently estimated that the market size of real-world tokenized assets will climb as high as $30 trillion in 2034. Market sentiment is certainly strong, with 91% of institutional investors interested in investing in tokenized assets, according to a survey by Celent and BNY Mellon. Folks, This is incredible. I'm going to link to this in the description because I want you to go read it. And if you are still on the fence about crypto, this has to be a wake up moment for you. Go research what Swift is and what they're doing now with crypto. This is amazing. I would say this is even bigger than BlackRock and Wall Street because Swift, once again, is how money is moved cross border. It has been, I should say, the way money has been moving cross border and all these banks getting together, with this messaging system. But it wasn't perfect, right? And you had to have these Nostro Vostro accounts. Remember Ripple, they were trying to disrupt this with XRP and ODL. So the fact that Swift is doing this is just so bullish. And it's not making the big headlines like BlackRock launching an ETF, but I think it's more significant, folks. I don't know if you guys agree with me. I would love to hear your thoughts, but go read this article. It's incredible. I took the time today to read through, and they talk about CBDCs, tokenized assets, and just making it all interoperable. And it's what I've been saying for a long time, the token economy, everything running on the blockchain, folks. So exciting times ahead. Now, we got news here that CleanSpark buys 7 Bitcoin mining facilities in Tennessee for $30 million. So we're seeing expansion of Bitcoin mining by a lot of the big miners, acquiring companies, expanding their services, and much more. So let me give you the details. The Bitcoin miner said it will acquire 7 mining facilities and associated land in Knoxville, Tennessee for $27.5 million, or about 324,000 per megawatt. The operating hash rate of the facilities is anticipated to result in 5 exahashes, which will increase CleanSpark's current hash rate by over 22%. Something we're seeing right now, guys, that is bullish for Bitcoin is the mining hash rate is at a new all-time high. And that in the past has correlated with Bitcoin's price, where the miners stop capitulating and selling, and then they start ramping up their efforts. So it's no surprise that CleanSpark is doing this as we head into the second part of this bull market. And there's going to be higher prices, more demand for Bitcoin, especially with a lot of ETF buying. So this is big. Final news item here. Paradigm-backed startup Succinth and OP Labs aim to solve the ZK rollup. So Paradigm is a big crypto hedge fund, and ZK is zero knowledge proof, just for those of you who don't know. So Paradigm-backed Succinth Labs announced it has been working with OP Labs, the main contributor to the Optimism protocol, in an effort to solve ZK rollups. So I'd love to see, this type of news because it shows people are working to solve problems and present solutions. Over the past few months, we collaborated closely with the OP Labs team to build OP Succinth, a seamless way to upgrade any OP stack chain to use zero knowledge proofs in 1 hour, Succinth said in a post on X. So Optimism, for those of you who don't know, is a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. And Succinth Labs, which raised $55 million in a seed round and a Series A funding round led by Paradigm in March, said its new approach is significantly faster than standard optimistic rollups, which have a 7-day fraud-proof window and cost tenths of a cent per transaction on average. So really great news, guys. We're making progress, and a lot of these things still need further iteration and fine-tuning, but the point is it's happening, and it will lead to more adoption, better products, better interfaces, and we need top of the level apps and services and blockchains running well, like a well-oiled machine, so that the next billion people can come in and adopt the technology, and it can be adopted by many businesses and companies around the globe. Well, folks, let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Also, be sure to sign up for my free email newsletter on Substack. It's 100% free. Also, grab a copy of my book, Rethinking Crypto. It's available on Amazon in paperback and digital. Grab a copy for yourself to support the podcast. Grab a few copies for your friends and family. It will help them to learn about crypto as we head into the next segment of the bull market, and it includes some tips for investing. And if you bought a copy already, please leave a rating and review on Amazon. It will really help me out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.